Hello, Girl Scouts. You have now entered into part 3 of the Gold Award Girl Scout training. If you have not already done so, please go back and watch part 1 and 2. And this is our final training for the Gold Award process. I'm so excited to have you along with me. We have learned about sustainability, root causes, not having our project be a one and done, measuring our success, global links, deadlines, your team that you're going to build around you, the hours, the process. We have learned a lot. The next step after this training is to take the quiz. We want to give you the best chance of success and make sure that you really understand the Gold Award process. This is a brief quiz to make sure that you fully understand what you are about to undertake. You can go to the Girl Scout website, type gold into the search bar, and this will be in that section. Next, we want to make sure that you create your Go Gold account. This is an amazing website. They have freshly redone it. It is incredibly interactive. It's mobile friendly. Make sure that you create an account. It can help narrow down what you want to do on your project. If you're not quite sure what you want to do, this will be a wonderful way to highlight the things you are most interested in. It's going to help you track your hours and have one place where all of your information is saved. It is incredibly helpful. We also want to make sure that you are organized in the best way for you. I know for me, I am incredibly forgetful. So how I manage it is I have an online calendar where I document everything. If I know I need to call a partner next Tuesday, I make sure to have their name, their phone number, what we're going to talk about, all in that calendar invite that is color-coded. Some people work best out of paper planners. Everyone works best out of Go Gold. Make sure that you're tracking your hours because you will for sure forget what you did 3 months ago on a Tuesday evening and for how long you did it. Make sure you document your hours as you go. Do this every time so it becomes habit. Save all of your emails so that you don't forget what someone told you 6 months ago about how they would help support your project. Consider making a vision board that you put up in your room or on your fridge that will help remind you why you began this project and what your ultimate goals are. And of course, your mentor and advisor, lean on them. They want to make sure you're successful through this whole process. Then, work on your project. You have done all of the research. You've created your team. You've done some fundraising now. Get to work on why you started the project in the first place. Make the world a better place. Take all the pictures you possibly can. You will never regret taking too many pictures. Check in with your mentor regularly. You're going to need to do this monthly, in fact. Even if it's to say, this month was finals, I had a lot going on, I wasn't able to move forward on my project that much. That's okay, things happen, you're busy. But check in with your mentor monthly. Carefully track your hours. Work closely with your advisor so they know what you're doing on your project. They can continue to help problem solve with you. They are a great asset. And use your resources wisely. Not only your supplies, but this can be human resources. Who can help you on your project? People want to be generous, and you're giving them an opportunity to do so by supporting your project. Things to keep in mind. Remember, you can always go to our website to look up all those deadlines. There's a lot of different ones for different ways that you are completing your project and just moving forward in your life. So make sure that you write down the deadlines that apply to you. But the final deadline is September 30th. So this is when you have graduated your senior year, you've gone through the summer, You've started college as a freshman and it's September 30th. But remember, you must turn in your final by September 1st to get on the schedule to be approved by that September 30th deadline. And these are like very last days. Please do not wait till the very last day. Also, you could be doing a lot of activities that you've never done before. And we have safety activity checkpoints at the Girl Scouts to make sure that we are doing things safely. So if you're doing things like woodworking or welding or who knows, go to the Girl Scout website, type safety activity checkpoints into the search bar, and it'll come up. So you can just make sure that you're doing everything correctly. As we have mentioned through this whole process, sustainability, your project is not a one and done. This isn't just a one-time event and then it's over. You never talk about it again. You never do anything with it again. You never have other people who will continue the work of your project. You need to make sure that you've got a plan that it will continue beyond your involvement. It's going to take time. Again, 9 to 24 months is typically the time frame we see that it takes to complete a Gold Award project. Even though you only are putting in 80 total hours, a minimum of 80 total hours towards your project, those aren't all done back to back. You're going to work on it a little bit here and there and there. And sometimes it takes a while for businesses to get back with you, adults to get back with you, to organize work days, to give people enough time if they're going to attend a class that you're putting on. There's a lot of lead time that goes into this project, which is why keeping that calendar is so important. And you have support. You've got all the support you need. You just have to reach out and ask for it. Mentors, advisors, the council, your troop, your best friends, the adults in your life that care about you. They all want to help you in your project. And don't forget about the Gold Award Committee. Make sure that you leave enough time to get on the schedule. So these are some tips to consider, and I'm not going to read them all, but I wanted to include them as things to consider as you are working on your project. So you're not alone. You've got volunteers, you've got adults that are going to help you. Don't just wing it. You need a plan. Make sure you've got a clear plan, and also don't procrastinate. Like we mentioned in the last slide, sometimes it takes lead time to get organized. So if you want to put on a class, do you think that you should advertise for it 3 days in advance, or maybe 3 months in advance? That would give people plenty of time to get a room organized, to get all the supplies you need for it organized, for adults who have busy schedules to get it on their schedule. Make sure that you're thinking of how you're going to measure the success of your project and how it's going to be sustainable. Make sure that you have a clear goal and that you don't stray from that goal through your project. Don't just assume that an organization needs your help. For instance, if you have decided to help microchip animals, maybe that vet that you're working with, or maybe that shelter you are working with, just got a huge grant and they don't need additional help with microchipping. But they do need help by establishing a dog park at the plot next door. So reach out to the organizations that you want to support and make sure that you are actually doing something that they want. Don't just copy what other people have done. This is your project. Don't do what your, troop leader tells you to do. Don't do what your parents want you to do. I mean, always listen to them, but make sure that this is your project. This is yours. You are going to be spending up to 2 years of your life on this project. So make sure you are passionate about what you are working on. Be original. It's your time to shine. Always listen to adults, but this is your time to shine. How are you going to inspire others? Are you going to instruct them in a class? Are you going to share your story? Are you going to do that on social media or in the newspaper or on the news? Make sure you take time to reflect about your project. What went well? What were some of the obstacles? What are the things that you want to celebrate? All of the hard work. Did you meet your goal? Did you make that difference that you were hoping to make? Make sure you always send out thank you cards to those that have helped you. This is really powerful. It makes them feel good that you remembered them, but it also ties them to you. Let's say that you continue to be a mover and a shaker and you want to continue working on this project even as an adult. Because you took the time to thank them, they will probably be more likely to continue to help you as you make a difference. Now, as you are making the world a better place, the media is going to pay attention. So if a newspaper or TV station reaches out, or you submit an article to the newspaper, always reach out to the council to help you polish and put your best foot forward when you're engaging with the media. They can proofread your article. They can fact check any of those little details. They can help you practice your interview so that you are delivering the clearest, most perfect message possible. And it'll help you be less nervous, which we all are. Definitely reach out. We are not going to censor you. We just want to help you put your best foot forward. Recognitions. Whew, the Gold Award is a big deal. So you're going to get a celebration packet, the Gold Award pin, a letter from the CEO, a certificate, a plaque presented at our annual meeting if you get your project done by the deadline, a place of honor on our Gold Award wall, and we're going to do a press release about your project. It is a big, big deal. We are so proud of all of the hard work that you've put into this project. This really will change your life and give you skills and confidence that you didn't even know that you had. It is really going to help you be successful as you take on bigger projects as an adult. It really will give you the confidence to make the world a better place in whatever way you want to make it better. Your passion is going to make a difference in your community, and we are here for you. We want to support you through this whole process. So the first step, go to the website, take that quiz, create your Go Gold account. Those are the first couple of steps. Once you do that, we will reach out, check in with you, see if you're ready to get scheduled for a Gold committee meeting, and we'll get you taken care of. Thank you so much for considering working on your Gold Award project. I can't wait to call you a Gold Award Girl Scout. We are so proud of you.